too, but you'll see it in direct experience, that it's the emotional issues, unresolved emotional repression, trauma, shame, core woundedness. That's really what's driving a great deal of compulsion to anything. And when you really see that and you start focusing there, it becomes a different path completely. And I can tell you that for myself, it's incredibly more liberating and authentic. This, of course, I would think that because this is the path that I'm on. It feels that way because it's about what is my relationship. Everything in moderation, potentially, because it's not about sobriety. I can't get sober unless I sat in a room and did nothing. I don't have a problem with using per se in my life. The issue is when I feel enslaved to it. That's the only issue. So if I'm drinking coffee, is it creating harm in my life? Health-wise, is it my nervous system? Am I addicted to it? Could I stop? Is it easy to stop? Do I have to have it every day? Is there something driving it? And then that with every question. So with every substance or activity, what is my relationship to romantic love? If I'm in dating, am I seeking something compulsively outside of myself from a sense of lack or deficiency? What's my relationship? Is that a driver? Are there trauma patterns in my experience, unresolved, that might be driving that? See, it ends up being the same drivers for each thing. So what's driving a need for attention and what's driving the need for heroin are essentially the same thing. Trauma, emotional repression, shame, core woundedness. Then you start to see, now there's a different way to recover here. What we've been doing before is like whack-a-mole, like, oh, I stopped drinking, congratulations. But I'm eating ferociously. That's okay, keep eating ferociously. You're not drinking. Well, the ferocious eating is telling us just as much as anything about what's going on. The ferocious eating is being driven by the same things that were driving the alcohol. So it's not, in our recovery model, it doesn't make any sense to celebrate, over-celebrate not using alcohol when we've substituted with food or porn. And the same drivers are there. That's what we come to find out. The same exact drivers that were driving towards the alcohol is what's driving towards the porn. I have difficulty saying that that's recovery. That, to me, would be an element of it. It would be more like, oh, harm reduction. But recovery, real recovery, is where your relationship to something changes so much that that thing is not creating any damage in your life. And it's almost like you can just take it or leave it. That, to me, is the measure of recovery. Not whether I'm using something, but what is my relationship to it?